The Southern Poems of the War, collected and arranged by Miss Emily V. Mason. A poem entitled The Battle of Manassas by Mrs. Clark, wife of Colonel Clark, 14th Regiment, North Carolina. Dedicated to General Beauregard, C.S.A. Now glory to the Lord of hosts. Oh, bless and praise his name, that he hath battled in our cause and brought our foes to shame. And honor to our Beauregard, who conquered in his might, and for our children's children won Manassas' bloody fight. Oh, let our thankful prayers ascend, our joyous praise resound, for God, the God of victory, our untried flag hath crowned. They brought a mighty army to crush us with a blow, and in their pride they laughed to scorn the men they did not know. Fair women came to triumph with the heroes of the day, when the boasting Southern rebels should be scattered in dismay. And for their conquering generals a lordly feast they spread, but the wine in which we pledged them was all of ruby red. The feast was like Belshazzar's in terror and dismay. Before our conquering heroes their armies fled away. God had weighed them in the balance and his hand upon the wall at the taking of Fort Sumter had foredoomed them to their fall. But they would not heed the warning and scoffed in unbelief, till their scorn was changed to wailing and their laughter into grief. All day the fight was raging, and amid the cannon's peal rang the crackling of our rifles and the clashing of our steel. But above the din of battle, our shout of triumph rose, as we charged upon their batteries and turned them on our foes. We stayed not for our fallen, and we thought not of our dead, until the day was ours and the routed foe had fled. But once our spirits faltered, Bee and Bartow both were down, and our gallant Colonel Hampton lay wounded on the ground. But Beauregard, God bless him, led the legion in his stead, and Johnston seized the colors and waved them o'er his head. E'en a coward must have followed when such heroes led the way, and no dastard blood was flowing in Southern veins that day. But every arm was strengthened and every heart was stirred, when shouts of "Davis, Davis!" along our lines were heard. As he rode into the battle, the joyful news flew fast, and the dying raised their voices and cheered him as he passed. Oh, with such glorious leaders in cabinet and field, the gallant Southern chivalry will die, but never yield. But from the wings of victory the shafts of death were sped, and our pride is dashed with sorrow when we count our noble dead. Though in our hearts they're living, and our children we will tell how gloriously our Fisher and our gallant Johnson fell. And the name of each we'll cherish as an honor to his state, and teach our sons to envy and, if need be, meet their fate. Then glory to the Lord of hosts. Oh, bless and praise his name, for he hath battled in our cause and brought our foes to shame. And honor to our Beauregard, who conquered in his might, and for our children's children won Manassas' bloody fight. Oh, let our grateful prayers ascend, our joyous praise resound, for God, the God of victory our untried flag hath crowned. About the author. Mary Bayard Devereux Clark was an author and editor. She was born May 13, 1827, in Raleigh, North Carolina. Mary was provided English governesses to see to her education. Due to consumption, she lived for some time in the West Indies and in Texas. After her marriage to William J. Clark, she lived on a sugar plantation in Louisiana. Just before the Civil War, the Clarks returned to North Carolina. Mrs. Clark's first writing was to supplement her husband's small income. Patriotic verses and other writings were published in Mosses from a Rolling Stone. In 1865, she edited Southern Field and Fireside. She wrote book reviews for the publishers Harper, Appleton, and Scribner, and composed hymns for $5 apiece. She contributed to the Old Guard and Demarest Monthly, and produced reminiscences of prominent North Carolinians for The Land We Love. She edited the Literary Pastime and was also recognized for collecting and preserving the writing of other North Carolina women. Her work was declared romantic and imitative. The Clarks had 2 sons and a daughter. The eldest son, Francis Devereux, became a nationally recognized educator of the deaf. Mrs. Clark died March 30, 1886, in North Carolina. Thank you for stopping by, Lady Carrie Ann. Please subscribe, like, and share. Count your many blessings every single day.